Hello, everyone. We warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I'm your host, Patika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small area.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Mr. Anoop is currently Head of Data and Analytics Practice at Full Potential Solutions, also referred to as PERC Insights, which is a US based CX analytics corporation. He is currently in charge of multiple bioanalytics and data engineering groups that are working towards the common goal of building CX analytics product version 1.0 called PERC Analytics. The group which he heads also supports existing BI and data platform development services that his company provides to global customers. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi, Vatika. I am good. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm fine as well, sir. So, before entering into the question and answer segment, tell us something about you and your professional journey.
Sure, Vatika. I will start with my personal introduction. I stay currently with my family, my mom, dad, wife, and I have two lovely kids, one son, one daughter. And coming to the family background, I came from a very modest background. My dad came from rural India, and he did struggle a lot, and then he did MSc from BHU, and then he joined as professor in Mumbai, and he has been retired now. He retired as a head of department in mathematics, and my mom has also been a teacher. So I'm coming from academic family, and as such, my academics has also been pretty strong on that front. After the yeah, so coming to my educational background, I have done my graduation and post graduation and all the studies from Mumbai, and I've done my PG MCA from Mumbai University, and post that I started working into Indian multinational, and I started working in data space and into database management, and then gradually worked across consulting and center of excellence projects, working across several kind of multinationals and startups and high growth companies. So that has been my overall. That's about me and my professional role.
Right, sir. So, I'm really keen to know that how did you reach to this height where you are right now? So, share with our audience some insights of your journey.
Sure. Yeah, I think uh, I started off as a in the Indian multinational, and as I said, I was good in academics. I got placed from the campus, and I got placed into this multinational as a software engineer. After that, I have been working across multiple companies which have been into services, into product domain. Across my career, there has been various established multinationals, and some of them have been product companies. So these product companies and these multinationals have been quite enriching to my experience, because I've been very lucky in a sense to be involved with this different kind of companies, which kind of contributes to my learning, and as a whole the diversity and depth of the exposure which I've gained over these organization has been phenomenal, and that has actually accelerated my growth chart and helped me arrive early to this the place where I am right now. And the basic reason of being here is also that I have been more focused, I have focused primarily on being solution oriented rather than tech oriented, or any technology or tool oriented. So I have always tried to solve a problem, and for solving a problem, whatever tools or technologies or frameworks is required. That is that has been the primary goal of my overall career. And as such, I have been technology agnostic, and I try to learn and implement solutions which improve the entire software ecosystem or the data ecosystem. And key focus is on the fundamentals and why and what's and how's rather than which technology. That is the eventual goal, which anyways happens. So that has been my overall journey. And right now, till now, I have worked. Previous to this, I was working with a fintech organization. I was heading data engineering over there, and I've worked in analytics company. I was heading data platforms, and I was a lead data architect in Standard & Poor's as well. I was working with a couple of services and US based services company where I was in center of excellence, where we used to define best practices, and across multiple projects used to uh, act as a consulting and betterment of the overall projects, which was in house as well as for the customers. So overall, this has been quite enriching journey, Vatika, and I hope that this journey continues in the data space. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. We wish you all the best for that. Now, moving to the
Thank
next question, tell us something about the company you are working in right now, as in their product and services. What do they deal mainly?
So Vatika, this is currently I'm working in a company which is called as Full Potential Solutions, and this is they are branching into a product company which will be called as Perch Insights, and this will be primarily an CX analytics organization. And this is uh, our company primarily builds data platform, BI platform, and entire data framework, or you can say an analytics portal for the customers in US for contact center domain. So which we commonly call as BPO, KPO, or call center. So we are in essence providing data services for all the contact center and call center organizations. Generally, every organization has some kind of a contact center, and we provide those analytics services. Now, why analytics service is important is because when we operate a call center, we have several metrics which a key stakeholder or a decision maker requires, right? So service, when you talk about inbound call centers, which is basically service oriented, like you are operating a center, a technology center, or a call center in a telecom domain. So you're getting a call that my SIM card is not working, or some of my plans has expired, or something, some issues which customer raise. So the primary focus of these domain is the inbound call center industry is about customer retention, the continuity, support providing uh, to the customers, and the customer satisfaction overall. So all the parameters here revolve around the customers and their satisfaction. And when we go for the outbound call centers, where you get calls from industry, like you are selling a furniture, you are selling real estate, you are selling some plan, or something from your call center, right? So in that kind of industry, you generally have key metrics like sales or pre-sales and lead conversion, and the funnel, entire tracking of the funnel, and the how the customer is onboarded, what was his first transaction date. And so there are several metrics across this call center industry which was not tapped as such. And this is very niche segment, and primarily operating in this segment has been very unique experience. And this we are growing at a very good stage, and we have been able to get a lot of good projects. And now we are standardizing all the data data pipelines and data frameworks across end to end, and trying to productize this and sell this as a product, and also parallelly implement and build the data mart and data warehouse solutions for our customers. So that has been the journey in the existing company.
It's really commendable, sir. Moving ahead, tell us something about your future plans.
Sure. Vatika, I think data, everyone knows that there has been this phrase that data is the new oil. Of course, it is the new oil, but as such, raw data is unuseful. We don't know what to do with that data. We have bulk and wells of data, but we don't know what to do with that data. It's very valuable, but it is unrefined. It's unprocessed. It is raw data. So we cannot know how do we use that, what do we gain out of that, right? So it has to be, suppose it is a oil, right? It has to be changed to gasoline to process it, or maybe chemicals, so that it can be converted to a valuable entity out of that, so that there can be some insights and profitable activity. Similarly, data also needs to be broken down. Data needs to be processed, integrated, cleansed, and produced in a format which is actually business friendly, understandable by business, can give some insights to the end users, to the stakeholders, to the entire business community, entire range of C level or whoever are the key decision makers in the organization. So I think this valuable entity as data is across a need of every organization, whether it's a government organization, whether it's a non-government or a private entity, or in any domain you can call telecom, fintech, manufacturing. Everything is driven by data. So data has been my core interest from very beginning, and I was lucky to get this break in data from very beginning of my career. And I started off as a data engineer. I have been always in data. I then transitioned into several roles of data, like supporting BI and analytics, and then doing the data integration projects, and then also working across plethora of multiple databases, which can range from SQL, NoSQL, and whatnot. And there are so many things which on the technology front I've worked across several projects, several technologies. I've even lost count of that. So probably I would like to contribute in data domain and like to stay in this, because this has been my core strength and core competency. And really, I love working with data, and I hope that I can continue with this, and I will continue working in the data for the upcoming future as well. That's my plan.
And we wish you all the luck for all these plans of yours, sir. Moving ahead, you must be knowing about the 75 years of independence, which we are famously celebrating this year as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So, what would you like to say on this, as in how far we have come, and what is your vision pertaining to this?
So, Vatika, I think in this 75 years, and especially in the last 5 years, we have grown a lot in India. And if you see in the last 5 or 6 years, probably Indian startup ecosystem has really evolved, and there has been a lot of growth in this entire Indian startup ecosystem, or you can call it as a business ecosystem or economic overall framework, right? And the kind of entrepreneurship which we have been seeing, right? Now, every home has a small entrepreneur, every home has someone who is doing something enterprising. So this has been like really phenomenal, and over the time, this is also very exciting. And but we also need to be very diligent about all this, because the startup with startup comes the fear of bubble, and we should always try to increase the cash reserves and build sustainable business rather than building valuations. And it's important to grow on revenues and cash business, or the inflows rather than valuations. That is also very important. So I'm really happy that Indian ecosystem and the startup and the overall business community has grown so much. And also, one thing which I would really like to point out is that we have grown a lot over this 75 years after independence, and we have been really Atmanirbhar and so and so. But also, we are a very talented bunch, right? Anywhere we go, we see Indians across the globe having success and achieving a lot of accolades in all spheres of society. But we also need to be more responsible to our society. We also need to imbibe this moral education to our children's, and so that we can build a corruption-free society. It's very important for everyone to build a corruption-free society, so that whatever we pay as taxes, we really it really gets absorbed into the growth of the country rather than being somewhere lost in the corruption. So definitely, once we remove the corruption factor from our society, I think we will be unstoppable, and we really have a long way to go there. But if we are able to do that, then we are going to be like a road roller, and we are really going to be unstoppable. And that's my wish for India.
All right, so sir, first of all, congratulations on winning the Indian Achievers Award. I really want to know that what was the feeling when you came to know that you have won the award, and who all have been your constant supporters in this journey?
Yeah, so I am deeply honored on receiving such a prestigious award, and I am also very thankful that these kind of forums exist in our country, which encourages individuals and overall Indian corporate ecosystem. This gives a lot of boost to goal focused individuals and also the organizations which are working towards the growth of nation, and also gives an amazing forum for individuals like us who are given the forum to express themselves and highlight their accomplishments, which would generally not be possible, right? So I am really deeply honored, and I'm really thankful to reach at this stage where I am right now. I really thank my family, my mother, my father to give me the upbringing, and my wife, my family members, my extended family, everyone. So and my mentors in the professional lives.
Right, sir. So now, since we know a lot about your professional role, tell us something about your social contributions as well.
So I believe in the old adage that charity should be done in silence. But saying that, I have really been involved in spiritual organizations with spiritual organizations where we do deep spiritual practices as well as contribute to the society and planet overall well-being of society with various initiatives and overall upliftment of entire I would say planet as well as humanities. So and personal at my personal level, I of course keep contributing to various initiatives or different kind of interpersonal or online or some good work which has been going on. Apart from that, I think I'm a firm believer of sharing is caring, and what I think is that the act of sharing itself is of great happiness, and as such, we should not expect something out of this act of sharing, but we should take the bliss and the joy of that moment of sharing and caring. And when we are sharing, it should be out of generosity and selflessness rather than expecting someone something out of return. So that is my overall view on the social contribution, and I have been trying to contribute socially in whatever ways I can.
So, in the end, Indian Achievers Forum is followed not only by mainstream organizations, but also those young minds who aspire to be like our achievers someday. So, what is that one message you'd like to give them?
No, really, I think there are a lot of things which I would like to say on this front as well, and especially to the budding software engineers and also to the other entrepreneurs or young folks who are very talented and very smart. So uh, I would say that we spend considerable amount of time in our professional lives, and our day in day out we are working 5 days, 6 days, and then we are spending 9 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours sometimes. So we spend a lot of time in our work, and if you are not happy in doing that, if you are not happy in working on whatever we are doing, if you are not passionate about it, so I think it's not worth to work on that. So basically we should, whatever we are doing, we should be very passionate about it. We should be very involved inside it. We should not think of past or having a fear of future while doing that thing. And I think our primary goal of certain doing something as a job, as a business, as a venture should not be for survival. We should only do something if we have passion of doing it. So in a sense, what I would say is, as I've always said, that do what you love, or love what you do. That's my advice to new generation and the budding engineers.
And that, I must say, is a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining with us today. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very